Hey everyone, I'm back. My name's Brendyn, and I would like to offer you, personally, a long overdue welcome back to the CoolGuyBrendyn show. If any of you are still here watching, I appreciate your patience. But enough of that crap, we need to get back to it as soon as possible. The only problem is there's nothing to talk about. How am I supposed to have a YouTube channel with nothing to make hilarious commentary about? What am I supposed to do, come up with my own original ideas? What do I look like, some kind of Ivy League man? I don't have the resources for that. I know. I'll do the one thing I've always dreamed of doing since I was a kid. 100% playthrough of Lemmings 2.
Alright, everybody, welcome to the Lemmings 2 CoolGuyBrendyn Part 1. Right, DMA. Alright, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell down if you want to see more Lemmings 2. Okay, alright. Play. That's the one that we're gonna want to go for. Let's get go. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on here. How do we play? Is this maybe? Yeah, there we go. All right, it's Lemmings 2. Great game. All right, okay, so we can move this thing around. Alright, this guy, calm down. Can we click on? Okay. Make him jump. Okay, where's that guy going? Okay, okay. This guy jumps. Can we make them do anything else? Can we just... The fuck is... Where are they all going? Can I... Fuck, how do I help? What do I do? What is happening right? What do I do? What can I do? What do they do? How do I... What is all this stuff down here? What is all this? What can I do? What is this, an explode? Can I explode? What is, oh god, what is happening? Oh god! Oh god! Oh god!
Okay, so that was a bad idea. Maybe I should have actually tried playing Lemmings 2 before I had a lifelong childhood dream to have a Let's Play series of it. This is not the first time this has happened. Man, being a YouTuber is so hard. If only I had dozens of inflammatory, unpopular opinions on media to plaster all over the internet for attention. Oh, god damn it. Fine, I'll talk about Duke Nukem Forever.
Everybody knows about Duke Nukem Forever. How could you not? It's universally known as one of the worst and most disappointing games of all time. It took over a decade and a small handful of different development teams to actually get it finished. It would have taken a miracle from the heavens above for a game that takes 12 years to make to live up to expectations.
And oh boy. Was it ever not a miracle? I absolutely fully agree that this is not a good game. I wouldn't even put it up against the likes of a misunderstood fan favorite like Sonic Adventure 1. I know what I said. Can you leave my sweet child? Oh no. Duke Nukem Forever might not be good, but it is kind of fun. I promise.
This game is legendary in its own right, but I bet that the vast majority of people have probably only played the first 2 levels or so before understandably giving up on it.
I personally am a Duke Nukem fan. Don't know if you can tell. Duke 3D, along with the other 2 main build engine games, are collectively some of my favorite games of all time, so I have a little bit more to say about it. I mean, what do you think? I've played this game once? Try 5 times. That's right, I'm a fucking animal. I take what society tells me to do, I crush it up, and I stick it in a little box. I then set that box on fire and watch it burn to a fucking crisp as I play Duke Nukem Forever for the 27th time. Whoa, I got a massive headache just then.
Duke Nukem Forever starts out just as infamously as anything else surrounding this game, with P.
That's right. You're saying it correctly. The very first thing you do as the titular Duke Nukem in Duke Nukem Forever is press F to P.
What? You don't think this is fun? Okay, let's skip ahead. You having fun yet?
Now I know what you're thinking. I promised you this game was fun. That was a lie. But I don't think this intro is horrible.
There's no real objective or impending thing you have to go do yet. You just get a bunch of little things in the environment to interact with in interesting ways. Just give you some time to get used to the game and the world that it lives in before you jump straight into the action.
Is what I would say if you stayed in the action.
Because you don't. You go through a very unexciting waste of a Cycloid Emperor fight redo where you can't circle strafe and you realize that they made the best Duke 3D weapon worse for the sake of a 69 joke, and then immediately, you're back to walking around doing absolutely fucking nothing. Oh, you could turn on the shower, look at that. Oh, look at that, some other crap you can do. Wow. Oh, was this a pool table? Oh. Look at that. Oh. What a wonderful escape from the monotony of everyday life.
Look, I don't hate this stuff. A lot of the dialogue and world-building stuff you see in this game I think is actually pretty funny. And Duke Nukem 3D has tons of little interactive stuff like this. The difference is that stuff is all just the frosting on top of the delicious, beautiful, triple chocolate level design cake.
In Duke Nukem Forever, with only a few exceptions, every time this stuff shows up, it's given complete center stage. Duke 3D gave you a room full of enemies that you had to kill to progress through the level, and then, in the center of it all, there is also a pool table that you could actually interact with. When it's framed this way, the extra interactivity doesn't come off as gimmicky, it feels like intricate attention to detail. But when you're being pushed down a series of straight-line hallways with nothing to do but look at all the sex jokes and use this functional vending machine, it just feels like you're walking through a museum. Especially when you're literally walking through a fucking museum!
But we've gotten off track here. Let's just skip ahead a few steps so we can actually start playing this goddamn game.
As you walk through this cartoonishly lavish hotel/apartment building/late-night TV studio, holy shit, does Las Vegas have zoning laws? You can start to see pretty quickly that the recent well-publicized return of the Cycloid aliens might not be as amicable as you're led to believe. Duke is sure something is amiss, but is told to stand down on the hopes that Earth can achieve peace with this invading species.
You're not required. Do not get involved. That's an order.
This, of course, goes about as well as you might expect. So, you walk through a few gray linear hallways, kill a few enemies, and before you can say, I wonder when the turret section is coming, you are thrust into, you guessed it,
a turret section.
Now wait just a second. I know what you're thinking. This looks like so much fun. I mean, look, you get to stop shooting when this heat bar gets too high. Who wouldn't love that, you're saying to yourself?
Well, just chill out, because we have even more very fun and not at all annoying design elements to get to.
For example, this part where you have to pull the brake of a falling elevator on and off for like a full minute, also with a heat meter. It doesn't seem like this thing's slowing down at all. Am I even helping? Oh god, this feels awful. Am I making it worse somehow? What the fuck is even going on right now? How long does this go on for? Where is the bottom of it? Oh. Great. After you shrink down and drive around in an RC car for a while, you finally learn that the aliens' evil plot for invading Earth is basically the exact same one they had last time. They're taking the women. Again.
They couldn't come up with a better plot line than the one they already did 12 years ago.
Forget better, how about just a different one? Like, put them in like a different colored shirt or something. I don't know, I don't fucking know how to make a game, that's your job. So basically the next thing you do is go fight a boss, and hey, it's the Battle Lord from Duke 3D. Except he looks a little more generic and he can only be damaged with turrets and explosives. Speaking of turrets, this game likes them quite a bit. They like them so much that there are turret sections even when there's not a turret in sight. Like this, for example. You're stuck on this little platform with never-ending ammo. All you can do is just shoot at these tiny-ass enemies. There's no turret, but this is functionally identical to a turret section. And they do this a lot. They even do one of the boss fights like this. But hey, at least there's no heat meter. So, thumbs up, I guess? Well, at least now we're heading into one of the cooler sections of the game. Or at least it would be if you could actually fucking see anything. This is where you learn just what exactly the aliens are doing with all the women they're capturing, using them as breeding vessels for their young. Again, the exact same thing they were doing with them last time. Seriously, different haircut. Maybe do his shoelaces a little differently. I don't know, at least I'm coming up with something. I actually do like parts of this section. The imagery is pretty brutal, and hearing the desperate screams of all these innocent women just drives home how evil these aliens really are. This is a truly horrific situation, which is why when Duke does a witty one-liner at their expense, it feels a little uncomfortable.
Duke, what's happening to us?
Looks like you're fucked.
My wife was... Sorry. My wife was killed this weekend. There was a shooting at the library near our house. There were 7 casualties and she was one of them.
Sounds like she won't be paying any more late fees.
This is a lot more mean-spirited than Duke 3D ever gets, even at its most crass. So some of this stuff just feels out of character, even for Duke Nukem. But after we trek through all this carnage, we see the light at the end of the tunnel and come face to face with the dreaded, the evil, Alien Queen. Nope. I'm not removing it. You know exactly what's under there. The next kinda good part of this game, oddly enough, reprises the location from one of the best levels of Duke 3D, the Duke Burger.
There must be something about the prospect of feeding processed dog meat to children that just gets those level design juices pumping.
This section is actually really creative. It's probably the best one in the game. How do you think it feels to jump on a hamburger bun? It's gotta be soft, I would imagine. And then once you're done with that, they hit you with the big Power 4. Turret section, vehicle section, Old West Town, vehicle section. Pretty much the entire second half of this game just sucks. After you get done with this monster truck thing, there's still a couple memorable moments here and there, but there's no more interesting locations or anything. You're just dicking around on the Hoover Dam and in these dark-ass hallways for 3 hours. I mean, there is this forklift section.
Fuck you.
Obviously one of the best parts of the game, but other than that, there's really not a whole lot to say from here on. It's like any even somewhat good ideas they had, they just burned them all right at the beginning, and then were like, Oh, sea monster boss, have we done that yet? Don't think so, but we're doing it now. Do we put tits on this one, yes or no?
The only actually fun part of the second half, and maybe even the best part of the whole game, is the final boss.
It's basically just an upgraded version of the Cycloid Emperor fight from the beginning, but oh man.
Every time I've played this, no matter how frustrated I am at this game going into this part, I can't help but have fun fighting this boss.
You get hints about the Cycloid Emperor showing up all throughout the previous few sections. Now, since the dam is destroyed and the alien's portal is closing, everyone thinks he fled the scene. But then, he crawls up out of nowhere, he destroys their getaway ship, he kills the piece of shit president, and
I'm gonna rip your eye out and piss on your brain, you alien dirtbag.
man, is that cool! This is the only part of this game that actually feels like Duke Nukem. You still move really slowly and you can't run while strafing, but look! You can actually get to move around! He's flying at you, he has cool looking attacks, he uses projectiles and not hit scans so you can actually dodge his fire and not hide behind a wall every 20 seconds. In the last phase you get to use the Devastator. I fucking love the Devastator! I mean, the actual ending is stupid, but that doesn't make this last boss fight any less fun. And in my book, this game gets points for, at the very least, ending on a good note.
Duke Nukem Forever is definitely worthy of being hated on, but I think people do it for the wrong reasons. You'll often hear people talk about the immature, crude humor, the over-reliance on pop culture references, Duke Nukem himself. I even remember hearing some people at the time that this game came out say that it's outdated.
Maybe today that's true, but in 2011 that's absolutely not the case. The biggest issues with this game are ones that plagued most big-budget action games in the early 2010s. It's stupidly linear, the movement is slow and cumbersome, the action is heavily scripted, there's too much of a focus on big, flashy, exciting set pieces instead of actual gameplay, there's way too much downtime, muted color palette, 2-weapon limit, turret sections, QuickTime events.
All of this stuff sucks in Duke Nukem Forever. But it also sucks in Homefront, or Battlefield 3, or Medal of Honor Warfighter. I didn't even want to speak that into existence. Afraid I might invite some dark spirits into this house.
Duke Nukem Forever has all of those problems, but it also has you positioning and climbing a giant statue of yourself to get up to the next floor. It has you shrunk down and ducking behind condiments while you fight enemies and traverse the kitchen of a fast food restaurant like it's an obstacle course.
Despite its annoyances, for better or worse, Duke Nukem Forever has a lot of personality. A lot of the weapons feel pretty good, it obviously doesn't take itself too seriously, and it gives you the opportunity to do some pretty unique stuff you don't really get to do in most FPS games. And that's much more than can be said about Medal of Honor Warfighter. Oh, god damn it! I have to call my exorcist. Hey, Jimmy? Yeah, I did it again. I'm sorry!
Hey everyone, thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I promise it will not take me another 4 years to make another one. And if you would like to see what I've been up to for the past 4 years since my last video, check the link in the description to listen to my music project, Paper Towels. It's very good. I love you all. Stay cool.